Alright, welcome everybody. Modern is the game today. Magic Online. We're going to be doing Mono Green Charbelcher. Okay, so we got one of our 7 lands. I mean, this is doable, but you don't really have very much search your library action after, just this. This is kind of your last one that you want to play, and normally you don't want 2 in your opening hand. So that's the reason why I'm just going to ship it down to 6. So we got a no land hand, but we did get Chancellor, so that's a possibility. We got 1 search spell, and we got a Utopia Sprawl. We're going to be way behind on this one, too. Jeez. I'll go to 5 on this one. Okay, that's much more doable. And it doesn't quite reveal everything in the first couple of turns of what we're doing. Doesn't quite show off how much of an all-in deck we are. Serum Visions, this... I mean, obviously, this always makes anybody think it could be Storm. Could be, Blue Moon. Could be several different things. So I'm going to go with Sakura Charbelcher here and maybe get a little value off of the Caravan Vigil next turn. So this, this could be Mono Blue turns. It's looking like Blue Moon. That's not very good. Okay, so we'll get a land. We're not necessarily getting any value here off of this. So in this instance, it wasn't really a big deal. I don't think it really mattered either way if I sacrificed the Elder at the end of their turn. I think we just still have 4 lands out and 2 untapped. Alright. I mean, this is pretty good. Just keep filtering the lands out of our deck. And, hopefully wait till they play something, and then we'll play the Charbelcher. So they play Opt. This actually could be just mono blue thing in the ice. I mean, I don't think I've really seen that before, but it's certainly doable. Relying on too much, I would think. Too much on just thing in the ice. Like putting your eggs all in one basket, it seems like. But, whatever. I did miss cycling the Haze of Pollen there. Not a huge deal to me at this point. There, I have 2 of them. I have another one in the deck, at least in the main. So, well, I don't have any in the side. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so bolting me at the end of turn. Thing in the ice has 2 counters left on it. Snapcaster Mage Opt. Okay. So he's going to go for, I guess, some kind of win here. Or not really a win, but he's going to try and flip a thing in the ice. And I guess it'll bring back Snapcaster so they can snap Bolt. Haze of Pollen actually might work here. Okay, another Lightning Bolt. Wakes up the horror. The horror comes at me. I am going to block it with a Haze of Pollen. Cycle the other one and maybe just hope that I can survive. I'm really just kind of hoping that they play something here and attack me. Okay, so Snapcaster Bolt, yep, that'll happen. I go to 11, and they got 9 on the board, so maybe they have another Snapcaster in their hand and they could just win right here. Outright. And that's, I mean, that's certainly possible. If they don't, and if they don't have a counterspell, which is asking a lot here, then I could possibly win. Well, there's a counterspell. Been remanded. Well, so I guess I can't really cast it again because they're just going to counter it again. I did get the fog, so I guess that's good. But if they have another counterspell, of course, it's just over. Or another Snapcaster or something. Or just another bolt. I mean, could be anything. Alright, we're going to try and fog. They say no sir. Alright. We say game 2. Okay, so we didn't see Blood Moons, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, this is probably Blue Moon. I'm tempted to bring in the Ley Lines. Definitely tempted to bring in Gaia's Revenge. Don't have too much else to deal with their stuff. I mean, I could dismember the Thing in the Ice, so I'm probably going to keep those. Honestly, I might get rid of the Fogs. I definitely think Wormcoil can come out, and I can bring in Gaia's Revenge, which will give me a little bit of room to bring in Ley Lines. And I think Fogs will be fine. As long as I can dismember their stuff. Maybe cut the interventions. I forgot the intervention was in the main. So that could give me room for a few more Fogs. Yeah, that works. I didn't realize how many of those I cut. Okay, so in the end, I'm really just cutting one Haze of Pollen. I don't really see too many enchantments and artifacts that'll affect me coming out. You know, I'm not seeing like Stony Silence or anything like that. Maybe Pithing Needle, you know, or things like it, like the Spyglass or something like that. That's certainly a possibility. So I'll just leave the 2 Fogs in, the actual Fogs. And we'll roll with that. Hope they also don't sideboard Chalice in. I don't think they would have Chalice of the Void, though. Seeing as how they have a lot of 1 and 2 drops. Okay, so we got a Chancellor and 2 lands. That's pretty good. And the Charbelcher and a map. Okay, so this is actually pretty strong. Revenge for the finale if possible. Or if nothing else, you know, works, I don't know. Let's see here. So I like just turn 1 Vigil, and turn 2, of course, you know, map, depending on what we draw, and then we'll just roll from there. Oh yeah, cool. I forget that I had 2 mana here, so I can do both. Okay, so actually I really just need some action right now. I just need like another search spell of some sort. Okay, Arbor Elf, that's fine. It's a little bit of ramp. That'll help. They did that Serum Visions. This is that F&M promo version. This card. Terrible art. Ooh, a braid on my elf. God, I see a braid more and more. The card is pretty fantastic. Okay, so this Gnosis Pilgrimage is just going to be like Cultivate, but we are only going to have one land left in the deck. So this is pretty strong. They only have 2 lands out. Maybe they'll have 3. I don't know. Hopefully they'll miss a land drop, but this deck, I think, probably plays at least 24, if not 25 lands in their deck. Ooh, 2 Gaia's Revenges. That's pretty strong. I'm going to test the waters here for a counterspell. Wow, didn't have a counterspell yet. Interesting. Might have a braid, though, at the end of my turn. Or some other thing. There could be so many other different things. I mean, Cryptic Command, or, you know, okay, yeah. Snapcaster or braid. Goodbye, Charbelcher. Almost called it Chalice of the Charbelcher. Alright, so we can get our lands out here. And now we're just going to start casting Gaia's Revenges. And hopefully this backup plan works. Really, their only answer to beating the Gaia's Revenges is, you know, chump blocking it and or Cryptic Commanding over and over. Alright, got one in. Well, this is pretty exciting. Alright, so they got Thing in the Ice, so that'll block at least one time, I would think. And they're definitely going to try and cast as many spells as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and dismember here. Granted, I'm not going to be able to cast the other Gaia's Revenge right now, but next turn I will. And that kind of... Oh, wow. Okay. That was kind of interesting. I thought it was kind of forcing them to chump block there, but they seem to really think they've got it. And they might. You know, for all I know, they very well might. Okay. I'll just fog. Little do they know, I have a second Gaia's Revenge. And that could be the game. Okay, so Cryptic Command got me. Okay, that works. And they could have Snapcaster Cryptic here, so certainly could lose here. Alright, Young Pyromancer gets in again. 6-7 damage at me. Okay. So I'd imagine they have another Cryptic in their hand. Yep. Alright, well, I think they got me on this one. They just happen to have 2 cryptics in their hand. Alright, well, that's disappointing. Very close. Got the 2 Chaos Revenges in. I mean, come on, you can't really complain, you know, about doing so much damage with Gaia's Revenge against a counterspell deck. Almost got it there. I mean, gosh, got him to 2 life. Obviously, y'all saw the power of the backup plans there. I took out the Worm Coils. I kind of missed them there. You know, that one turn where I had only 6 mana available after something I cast. I think Fog. Or some other kind of spell. I can't remember what I cast. Maybe whatever it was. But I had the 6 mana there. So I could have just used it and got Worm Coil instead of the Chancellor in my hand. It was fantastic having those Gaia's Revenges, because it was guaranteed that if they didn't counter the Goblin Charbelcher, they were going to, you know, abrade it or do something with it somehow to destroy it. So, it was a fun match. Tough match, I would think. A lot of counter spells are difficult for that deck. Thank you all for joining me, and we're going to go and do at least one more with this and post the videos here soon. See y'all later.